So you make your declarations, and you are in the castle when you hear some footsteps coming into the room from the entryway. And you recognize this individual from season 5. Oh, sorry. So did you want to come up? I know that we left it off on your thing going up to the castle.
Is your mic muted, hon? I hear you speaking. I don't hear you in Discord.
My bad. I forgot to unmute. Thank you.
Got you.
I was going to stop in the room where the microwave happened to fix some stuff first. Because I've got some artwork in there to repair and change.
Goddamn, what the what?
Oh, come on.
You
don't tell me you
remember.
don't forget.
We have
you
a
forgot
microwave?
the end tights already.
Oh,
Yeah, when there were
Oh.
5
From, like,
end
season
types in this
3?
room.
it's only been 2 years.
Yeah, I was fixing.
5 end tights.
Well,
We forgot how
actually,
summon,
here.
magic, and reflect work, and
Yeah, I can replicate it so that you can see. Does this ring any bells?
say, hey, do we have the image of Louis Swab back to back?
You know what, I got an even better one here then. Just fucking poof.
Yeah.
I was going to stop to fix the the symbol that was in the room. Similar to how I stopped back on the boat to go and do that.
Okay, yeah. In that case, the 3 of you scratch what I said where she's coming up, but you do hear movement. Well, unfortunately, Pokey isn't here. Pokey was consumed in Chris to do a flip, so we're just gonna. And so the 2 of you.
I'm not gonna want to unpack what that strictly means right yet.
I can tell you in a second, because it was funny. But yeah, the 2 of you do hear some very faint noises up towards the entryway, and sounds a little closer than you remember seeing the mayor run off to.
Well, it's also a little alarming because if I recall correctly, there were still other critters and creatures wandering the abandoned halls of the keep. So I don't know what sound that is, but if we're hearing it, hey Cap, I think we better go check back in on our eccentric guest. Make sure nothing befalls them.
The wizard? Whatever his name was?
The mayor.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get out of habit of calling him the mayor since,
I mean, yeah, I guess he really isn't a mayor anymore.
he was at best a business owner. Yeah, okay, let's go check on him. I'll hop down off of my speech podium, my dais, and come back down.
Yeah, Jean and I were doing a quick little loop around, but too many locked doors got in our way, and there was.
Thought we cleared this place out.
I feel like we haven't scratched the surface of this place, but we uncovered a couple rooms, but there's still more that we couldn't get to.
Okay. All right, and Jean is just not here now. Is Jean just evaporated?
For terms of comedy, temporarily, yes.
Fucking
Okay.
Jean got Thanos snapped. Oh no!
If you are curious,
We're going to war. Where the hell did John go? What the fuck?
Oh, shit.
Did you see that? What the hell?
In the last Chris to Do a Flip episode, it was the big retainer tryouts, and Pokey had a gimmick of being chased off the stage, using a Final Fantasy IV reference joke of "You Spoony Bard," but wasn't accurately given that prompt to segue into that by Chorby. And everyone let a giant Marlboro in through the next round with John right next to him.
Oh,
So I just messaged Pokey like, "Hey, can I eat you?" And Pokey's like,
Oh.
"Yeah, that's a funny way to get me eliminated." So Pokey was consumed by a Marlboro.
okay. I guess
Well,
we'll just.
Right, then we'll deal with that. That's a season later problem.
Yeah, it'll be fine. But as you are walking down the hallway, you do hear the very faint noises of markings on stone in the room where Senna is, which is strange because you know you cleared that room.
And I probably would have been making like small talk and explaining that the room up ahead is actually the like one of the rooms we couldn't get to because there's the one door on the ground floor.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep my gun blade on one shoulder, just kind of casual ready. Like,
I
I
remember
mean,
this guy's name. I don't remember the dude's name.
it's like Wallace or something. I think
It is.
it's like it. Oh, shit. Okay, right. Okay, hell yeah. Wallace, you in here?
You know it's dangerous to like just go running off on your own, right? That's why we left you the big room.
Your voices echo throughout the hall and into the opened rooms.
He better not be dead. He better not be dead. I'm gonna be pissed off if he's dead.
Kid, you have no idea.
Okay. Yeah. Well. All right. Well, we needed to. I guess we needed to tour this place anyway. So just, we'll just. I'm gonna. We'll just go towards the source of the sounds, I guess.
Well, lead the way, Captain.
Okay, there we go. I was gonna say I was gonna ask where. So it's definitely coming from the room where.
Yeah, definitely
or,
coming
the
from
s-
that room.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, fuck it. This is my house. Fuck this. I'm turning the corner, gun drawn. I'm gonna spin around the corner and flip the gun blade and point it into the room.
Senna is on the ground kneeling by the large like design that was Ifrit's head, as she is kind of leaning and drawing her fiery hand along parts of it and completing the image to be less Ifrity.
Abby,
She's humming to herself.
Abby, I think we have witches. I think we have a witch infestation.
What are you talking about? Just gonna like
We have
kind of like nudge Waylon over to look. Cinna, is that you?
what are you? What are you? Who
Oh,
the fuck?
that voice.
And at this point, like all like concern and like her stance is just completely dropped.
Wait.
She'll lift her hand up briefly from the image as her neck like kind of snaps in the direction. Abigail. Hello.
Oh my God. Are you the? Oh my God. You're the What? What is going on? What are you doing in my house?
I'm just going around fixing some minor errors while I was in the area.
Waylon like looks around at the desolated, crumbling castle. Like, what do you? What? What?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Cinna and just look like dead in her eyes and go, never thought I would see you again, Leah.
Who?
She'll stand up and take a step closer. Didn't
Whoa,
think I'd get
whoa,
to
whoa.
see you again, Abigail, either.
Whoa,
Fond
whoa.
memories.
Okay, all right. I'm a step out. I'm in a bit of a situation here where I don't know what the hell is going on. So somebody explain.
What's there to explain? Just fixing. If she turns back around and spreads her arms out at the great design before that's on the floor, just fixing my beautiful masterpiece.
How
How long
artistically
have you
speaking, how
been
good is this
here?
drawing?
It's not bad. Well, you
Is this like a? If you had to describe the style here, is this a realistic depiction or is this a heavily stylized depiction?
it is. I'm happy with what I got there. It is a.
That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Here, let me pull up the thing. It is a very. It's not the image of the Esper itself, but rather the like the grafting symbol that it is. I can't remember the exact name. I'm sorry. The glyph.
Symbol.
There we go.
Oh, like a glyph of Ifrit.
It was a glyph of Ifrit, and now is this?
Is it
glyph.
any? Oh,
I hate
Or
that.
it's not going to copy.
What?
You got a. Do you have
The
a
image address? Is that what it was? There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, wow, that's more complicated than I thought.
You're doing that one. Okay.
Like a. Huh.
Like before, it was missing like the top part of it, and now it's got like everything and is completed.
Waylon is gonna kind of like tilt his head around and like walk around it while they talk, like trying to like visually grasp what's going on.
She's gonna go back to her knees and just kind of like clasp her hands together. Ah, great God, one day.
Slightly unusual, but I mean, I've seen weirder, honestly.
Yeah, if Cinna is like very focused on the art, then yeah, Waylon is gonna kind of like look over over Leah's like back to Abigail like
I am
like
making
gonna
sure I
like get a
don't, like,
gesture of like what is I doing here? What is this? What is supposed to happen here?
I am not gonna step on it and like just kind of get close and be like, I have no idea. I've never seen anything like this before. I'm in the dark, brother.
Okay. Leah Senna, Sin Leah, Sin Lena. What it? I don't mean this in an offensive manner. Like I don't really mind that you're here. I guess I'm just kind of like, you know, why are you in my house? How did you get here?
Senna will stand up and unclasp her hands, and as she like finishes the prayer, the little markings will just kind of flare up a little bit and a little bit of heat to like set them fully. And she'll turn. Oh, I'm just looking for something. And she's gonna kind of peek past Waylon and look at Abby. For someone, maybe.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
raise
which.
an eyebrow at her, like, what do you mean
What?
Exactly.
Well, I had this wonderful meeting after Evloeb kicked us from his domain. It was okay though. But I got to meet a wonderful, wonderful person. Think you might know her name.
No.
Come here though. I don't wanna spoil it. I don't want anyone else to hear it. She'll kind of take a step closer and lean in a little bit. Nolan Comp.
Oh no!
Okay. So. Did you. Are the others here? Is the rest of your boat here? Are you here alone?
I don't know what other boat you're talking about. It's just me.
Yeah.
Wait, but you were traveling with Garrett and Doc, weren't you?
I think that's what my sister was doing before, yeah. I don't know. I we didn't find them when we came back out. I'm sure they're busy with their own things, but
What? Where did you show up?
little town. I think the bar had pickled something or another. Little Yemon's pretty this time of year, you know? And I took a stop in Barheim, visited a really nice memory. Beautiful grave. They gave that little bastard such a great one. Shame he was didn't get to have more fun, but and now I'm here.
Wait, who? Wait, what?
You looked through that book, Abigail. Don't play coy. Remember all those funny marked ones, right?
I am legitimately struggling to remember.
All the
What?
wonderful
Barheim.
pages with little burn marks. It was such a trophy. It's a shame my sister and I had to get rid of it. But now I got this one, and she holds up this very pristine notebook. So beautiful. So empty. So ready.
Cool.
I'm okay. Well, you just keep drawing here for a second. I'm gonna, can I, Abby, can I talk to you for a second?
Oh, yeah, sure. What? Uh huh.
Cool. Yeah, just over here. Just gonna, I'm gonna pull Abby out of the room for a second.
And Senna will go back to her knees and clasp her hands together, praying over the burning etchings of the Esper.
I'm gonna try and keep an eye on Cinna as this happens.
Hey. What the hell is going on? Are we is this a problem?
Not entirely sure.
Okay.
It's oh, how do I explain it? How do I explain it? She peeks back over in the room and checks to see if Cinna's actually listening or if
She's humming to herself and fretting. That is it.
keep it on the down low, but she and her sister share a body, weird childhood trauma-ish thing. Didn't try to look into it too much. Had a notebook, bunch of marks in it and scorches. I think there's a good side and evil side, and that's not the good side.
Oh, okay.
But the good news is she didn't try to engulf us in flames immediately, so that's progress. I think. I hope. She like crosses her fingers. Yeah. I really do wish I remember. I can't. In me,
You
a
don't
player,
remember all
can't
the-
remember the Barheim mention.
Oh no, that's okay. It was very brief. But no, it was just a picture of a pneumo in the rest amongst the rest of the burnt pages. Um, Similar to like all the other ones that had the their face burnt out. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just another one of her victims.
Okay.
That's
So
certainly a way to say it.
let's. Okay, so. Shit. Okay. Well, what are we supposed to do here? What are we supposed to do with this? Did like. Okay, fine. Whatever, right? Sure.
I mean, again, she didn't try to kill us, so that's gonna be good. But like, corroborating with Molencomp is not. Oh, that's not exactly ideal.
Yeah, I would rather I'd like to keep anything involving Nolan Comp as far the hell away from us as possible.
I don't think we have a choice on this matter, but they shouldn't ask about that other stupid book that she was looking for.
Hold on,
Okay.
I want to hear if I mention or if I hear the mention of the book.
Oh God.
That's two. That is 2 awareness crits in a row, by the way.
It sure is.
Absolute shit show right now.
This boat is incredibly awares.
And with that, her ears are kind of gonna perk up and just like, oh, you're talking about a book?
Oh
Love
shit.
books.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Shit. Hey. Leah, Sinlia.
Abby's gonna put a hand on your shoulder and be like, Waylon, before she burns like the rest of your eyebrows off, just call her Leah right now.
What do you
Red
mean
eyes.
the rest
Leah.
of my eyebrows off? Fuck it, whatever. Let's. Hey, okay. Whichever one of you would prefer to be referred to right now. I don't. Am I talking to Leah right now? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Part one.
Alrighty. Yeah, absolutely. The pretty one too.
Not with Abigail in the room.
That.
She fucking immediately turns red like, hold up.
I'm gonna look at Abby with a Kubrick stare for a moment, like head tilted down, like eyes up, like, and then go back here. What exactly is it that? What do you like? You're here, and you don't know why. So.
Oh no, I know why. I'm here to
Oh,
fix
you do know
this
why.
and find
Oh.
some stuff.
To find some stuff. What does that mean?
Well,
Yeah.
Abigail did ruin the surprise, but I am looking for a book.
Oh, is it that stupid first edition whatever? We already
Mhm.
told her we don't have it.
You're looking
Oh?
for a book,
Remember,
and
she was like getting all weird and like sort of sniffy around me. Like, I think
Do you
she
mean
knew at
that
one
the-
point I had it.
hang on, let me dig around. Let me look at my notes here. Let me open up my little journal and look at my notes and see. Where do I keep my notes? Background? Okay, here we go. Let me see here. What was that book called? Yep, I have no idea what the hell that book was called.
It was a Mabel Hanover something or other.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the name.
Arthur Mabel Hanover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Waylon, we can't play Kaya with this one. Molencomp knew we already had it. We don't right now. I don't know where it is. In
Didn't-
Evilise, I have no idea where it is at.
I thought you wait. I thought you did have it, or did you?
Had
What happened to it?
there was some exchanging of hands at the end of the whole interdimensional kerfuffle, and I don't have it now. I don't know who does.
What a shame, because we really should find that book.
What is the importance of these books?
I don't know, but Molencomp wants them, and that already has me.
Don't like that.
And that
He's
has me
gonna
now more
come.
concerned.
Arrival
What?
is imminent.
What is that? What is that? Stop! Hey, don't. That's what you're doing. Bad vibe. Very, very evil sounding. Don't care for that. Listen. I don't know what these books are or what they're supposed to do. I literally learned how to read like a month ago. So, let's is there a book here on this island? Is that what's going on?
There's one close, or supposedly. She seems to think so.
What
I
is
don't know.
the what's your
How-
what is the lead there?
Don't need a lead. All I
What
know
makes-
is my lord is coming one day, and that day is soon. And you're gonna help me find the books.
That's also weird, and you kind of need to knock that off. Creepy vibes.
Jesus. Leviathan, help me. All right.
And that her neck's gonna kind of snap slightly to the side, and she's gonna cut back briefly. Fucking run! And her eyes are purple
What?
for a moment before it snaps back again. Sorry. Sorry. By the month of containing your dumbass, you seem to have some oil in you. She's gonna look over her
Hang on,
hand.
did I? Oh, where the hell's my character sheet? Did I catch the eye flash?
Roll an awareness. Oh yeah.
I didn't
Oh, yeah.
fail it, so
Okay. Yeah. I mean.
yeah. At
you
that
know,
point, Abby's arms are
uh,
gonna cross and be like, "What is going on with you and Senna?"
You know, I'm just paying her back. But I seem to be a little bit better at it than what she was, you know?
Paying her back for what?
All that time in the void, silly! She went
Are-
and
are you-
contained me for so long. It was so lonely.
Wait. Hang
Now
on.
She gets to
Wait.
experience it.
Where do you go to like avoid whenever you're not in control of this body?
Kind of what it feels like. Just sitting there, watching.
What-
As the next
what do you-
person just
I
does what she wants. And now she's gonna watch everyone burn.
we're gonna not hit the Bernie angle here.
Okay, let me just really quickly dig through look through my bag real quick. Give me a second here. I'm like, oh yeah, that's great, that's great. And I'm like looking around through my bag for like, I don't know, anything, a grenade. I'm looking. I'm like, anything like, no, that's overkill. No, that's a little much. Uh, Oh, I scanned Leo once.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. And I remember I learned a little bit of disconcerting information from that.
Don't remember
Um,
I think we're learning a little bit more disconcerting information about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know what these books are. But if Mellencamp wants them, that's at the very least enough reason for us to keep an eye out. All right. Okay. All right. As the current shit. I discovered my heraldry, right, QB? I'm trying to remember from last game. I'm pretty sure I traced my heraldry, no?
Yeah, that's why I sent you the picture. Of
I
it.
know I traced. Yeah. I was trying to remember if my hierarchy, like nobility title. That's what I was trying to remember. But I do know now. I remember. It's very weird. Um, uh, as the reigning Duke of Satyr Island, it's Waylon looks really like not very uncomfortable. That's like wearing an adult suit when he says that. Um, uh, I don't want you walking around without supervision. So why don't you hang out with us and we look for this book thing together, or something while we get we got some things we need to do, and maybe we can get you like a house or like a tent or something. We'll find you someplace, something to do here, right? Maybe I bet you there's a library here. Maybe they'll be there. Maybe your book will be there.
I would love to have the company as I look for my next Lord's book.
Yep.
I
gonna-
still don't like the way you say that, but okay.
I'm gonna turn to Abby like very like very like whispery and like poke Abby on the side of the shoulder and be like,
This is your responsibility, okay? I don't know what the fuck is going on.
You and I, but we're in this together.
Yeah,
Let's go look out for one another, right?
I would put this one on John. I'm gonna be honest. I like looking at the chore chart. Like, this should be John's right now. I totally acknowledge that. You've got a lot going on. I've got a lot going on. John should be able to handle this. She's not here for some reason. So, I need you to handle this. Because I got a lot of shit to do right now as well. And we'll split it. We'll split it, okay? Just do that for me right now. Just handle this.
We'll deal with it later. Let's just.
Okay, yeah. Yep. I have to go put together a mining survey. I don't even know how. I don't know who the hell I need to talk to about that.
What are?
oh
Yeah.
shit, did I not update you on how that went?
No.
Oh,
No, to be fair,
yes.
I saw you guys the other night, and then I was jumped.
What? Oh,
And that jump is in like massive air quotes because
Moogle.
yes,
right,
I'm
yeah.
not sure what that was all about. And
No idea.
Coda
but
said
I
something
mean,
about some Final Fantasy 69. Like I don't think
I don't
a
play video
store
games, I don't
around
know.
here has that.
um,
But I know
Well,
who does
listen.
know is Velvia, and well, she's not here either right now, so we're kind of at a loss.
No, I'm losing crew every day. I don't know what the hell is going on. Here's a long story short. Basically, I told them I played hardball with the corporate guys over there, from the Galatean Alliance. I was like, I'm the Duke here. You can't do anything without my approval, and I'm gonna do some stuff. And basically, I told them I'm gonna I need to put together a mining survey, so that way, we can like understand what we have here on the island, and then I'm probably gonna let them set up a factory and just leech ships off of the production to fill out our fleet. But we're in a bit of a sticky situation here, and it's gonna get very politically murky, I think, because like they're at the Galatean Alliance, and that's like that's a big customer, and
Yeah,
so
and there's only the entire Rosarian Civil War going on right now, and
yeah, I don't think
I would
think
assume
we have
I
a
would
lot to
have
worry
enough
about.
knowledge of old history to go. This is not going to end well.
Yeah,
This gets too
yeah.
big.
I think, it's going to be fine until it's not. So we're just going to try and put the it's not part off for as long as possible and let them, the plan is the same. I'm just letting you know, like, there's going to be some corporate guys on the island. If they ask, you do have authority over them by my right. So just, or just let me know and I'll come yell or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do yet. I genuinely have no fucking clue.
I'll be certain to show them authority.
Nope. Nope. No. 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 No.
You do it without casualties, Leah.
You are not a sky rat. You are a visitor right now, and we will discuss finding you somewhere to live. And we'll figure this out.
And there's a lot of
Do you
figuring
really
it
want
out.
to find me somewhere to live here? Alone,
well, like-
unsupervised?
I made friends with the I made, God, that boat is fucking, y'all got problems. We gotta find an island therapist. I think that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna go see if I can find an island therapist. I'm gonna get everybody get some sessions or something. This is getting.
Well, you could go talk to that long-eared doctor. Maybe she could tell you something.
No, we're not getting a racist therapist. That is a bad start. It's not gonna go well.
Well, they were Jean's friends, so you could talk to them about that one. I have no stake in that one. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, she is happily showing the other Vieira
Yeah.
where they could stay for the time being, refugees as they are.
Okay.
You do hear.
I mean, well, would refugees be the right word?
You do hear, coincidentally, from around the corner, someone walking into the room. Hey,
Oh,
Skyrat's crew. I heard some noise in here.
oh, hello.
Hi. Yeah, I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah. Oh.
overhear.
Hey, yeah, oh, you couldn't hear, huh?
No,
Hear what?
I couldn't help but overhear that whole last bit there. So, I was checking out the crew that you brought aboard. I heard the stories of what happened to Fio Vieira long ago. I mean, that's why Zatir was attacked. I got a couple questions. Just some concerns, some little things that I found while I was doing medical checkups on everyone.
Uh-huh.
Did
Yeah,
you
no-
notice
no.
that? Did you notice that everyone has large scars and stitches that would go like sometimes all the way around people's necks, or like right down the middle of their bodies, or like a giant scar in their abdomen? Did you notice that with the people that you brought to the island?
What do you know of the tragedy of Rhoda Volcano?
Well, from the
Like, actually.
Well, the history that we're taught is that the Hart family was supposed to protect some relics for the Glabdos family, and when people came in here to investigate, we found some secrets of protecting some species. That's what I know.
Ah.
Oh, God. Effie's gonna, like, pull out the tome of Fail Thanos and, like, kind of skip to a couple pages that she's probably got, like, bookmarked with little inserts and whatnot, and kind of give a brief recap of the whole. Well, they were promised by failed Thanos to be delivered to this like promised land, but then there was like this betrayal and this one failure that was like a lover scorned or something like that, and she kind of went psycho jealous and a little. Is she like makes like a little stabby motion, like kind of a little murder heavy.
So she murdered most of the people?
Most of her own people. It was. Listen, nobody's perfect, and I. Listen, I. Just the way that things shut down. Listen, as far as I'm aware, that shouldn't happen again, unless there's a Viera out there somewhere that is like has been promised to be bedded by some godly power beyond all sight or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, no, we went to the volcano to like find something, and well, we discovered them not dead.
Like the stories were untrue, or
Well, we found them like you're finding them. You know, scarred, bandaged, gashes, shit everywhere, and yeah, it's just a whole weird. Like, there's like a magical trinket involved, and she like kind of motions to the limit break bangle, but doesn't like give too much on that one. I don't know. It's Listen, let me tell you something. It's weird when you go down into what you think is a mass grave and find an entire civilization of people who think that only a few days have passed when it's been 100 years. And like I know we're Viera and like we live for so long, but like they don't have any memory between the day of them dying and being brought back.
wait, so they did die.
Yes.
And now they've been risen from the dead?
Apparently.
And we're supposed to take them in?
Is that a problem?
Well, they don't exactly have a home to go back to right now.
Well, they're undead.
No.
They're-
They're alive once more.
So they're zombies.
No, there's a pretty clear there's a pretty good line in the sand there.
Okay.
They're not zombies, they're resurrected.
From the dead.
They're alive. Well, yeah.
Like how zombies are.
Revivified? I mean,
They're, zombies lack self-control. They have a lack of free will. They're creatures. They're created. This is people who were dead and then return back to life.
is that how it works? I actually don't know how that works.
It's more like a miracle than it is like a thing, like a.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't argue that it definitely is a miracle.
And
From that old man, definitely.
From old man?
Yeah, if you see an old wizard walking around who refers to himself as a mayor, that's the man in question.
The mayor that all of the Viera that you brought have been talking about nonstop?
Probably.
Oh, of course it wouldn't.
Okay.
It.
Well,
She,
what else have you heard?
She is rubbing her hand against her face as she's trying to like comprehend. Ah, they, they, they just kept talking, giving glowing reviews about the mayor guy. And
Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's a lot going on here. But we'll handle that. You just keep doing your job.
I think I'm gonna do my job somewhere else if that's fine with you. Not that they're Fio Vieira, but the fact that they have been. She puts up quotation fingers, revivified.
All right. I'll take a
So,
look.
like, it's a
I'll
bad
scan
thing?
them. I'll get to the bottom of it, see if they are actually resurrected or if there is something more fishy afoot about them. And if they are, you know what? I'll make sure we'll escort you off the island to wherever you want to go, okay?
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. We'll touch back. We'll find you.
All right. Sounds good. She
All right.
is going to walk out in a pretty quick pace.
We can't lose the doctor right now. We have just the one.
I mean, can we even call him a doctor? I mean,
You know, as close as we have. All right. Okay. I guess we'll handle these those. Well, let's. God, I got a to-do list here. Okay. Let's. Hey, Leah, right? I'm okay.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't you come with us? We'll show you around the island and where the town is.
Sounds like a wonderful plan.
Cool. Great. Okay. You got anything else you need to do in here before we shove out? Abby,
No.
me,
Leah?
I got nothing.
You're drawing.
She's gonna one more time come over to the big etching. She's gonna kneel on the ground, kiss her fingers, and touch the little etching. Soon, my lord. And then she's gonna stand up and come back.
Yeah, I'm gonna give another Kubrick stand to Abby.
She's just gonna like hands up, like I don't know, man. Cinna never did this weird shit. I don't know.
I'd like to. Then let's head on down to the town. I think we've spent a decent amount of time in the castle. It's gonna take a 50 people to get this place restored. So no point in sitting around.
All right. Sounds
It'll
good.
definitely take some time.
Yeah.
You
What
head on.
what time of day is it, God?
Gosh, at this point, it's probably going to be about evening by the time you get down to the city. And
Okay.
as you are heading down, you do see a ferry leaving the island as you get close to the city. This is a water ferry, specifically.
A ferry leaving the island. Is it
I mean,
like
there is natural travel through the area, right?
yeah, what kind of like it's as it's leaving here, is there any markings or etchings on it for like associated like is this a group or is this just like some people's ferry?
It is People's Ferry. There's a charting company throughout Rosaria. The company, you know of the one that's in the western part where Stockmat would have been stationed next to, but there is also the But you probably would have known of the one over on the east side that ferries airships and people between Rosaria and Galtia. Since looking on the map of yachts, there's a big yacht that you're in the middle of. So
Mm-hmm.
the yachts run quite a long ways, so you can either go down south past Kerwan or up practically to the north side of Arcades, or you could just land on one of the ships in Bravania, take a water ferry that takes you to Jahara. And this is usually the one thing that people go to Satir for, is for when that ship needs to refuel.
Interesting. Okay. Curious. That is good though. Okay. Well, just good to know then. There's nothing we can really do about that, so just gonna hope the doctor's not on it.
Given
I
what
wanna.
they said, I have a feeling they are.
Yep, probably. I'd like to go to head over to the tavern.
All right.
Whoa, there are people everywhere.
Yeah, there's people here now. Whoops. That's not
Wow.
right.
Where are we? Oh, there we are. I would like to. Oh, geez. Is this congregation like active, or is it just people like passing through town, like walking through town?
People just walking through town.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah. Then I'd like to. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna head us over to the tavern.
All right. The tavern would be this middle area, but looks like I only set this scene up to have the bottom right quadrant to have inside. So let's go to the town menu instead, since that is a dedicated tavern scene. Even though out of all 6 of those areas, that tavern scene's pretty much all there is to the town, since there isn't a hunting guild here.
There is nothing here. Okay. Yeah, I want to head in there and is the what's the clientele like right now?
The clientele is a bunch of Humes that have gotten off of their shift from work. Mostly Humes. There's some Sikh, there's one Bonga, but it is mostly Humes.
I was expecting some of the Phil Vieira to be here. Where are they?
I would assume they're probably getting, acquainted with their new home, so.
Oh, you know what? Hey, 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's anyone have any? Do we have a town bell? I don't think we have a town bell. We gotta put one in. Anyone got any noisemakers? Loud sounds.
Leah will light up one of her fingers. Could always make a big explosion.
Yeah, no. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, okay. I'm just gonna go
She'll
ahead and
snuff out the flame.
yeah, I'm gonna dig through my bag and I'm just gonna do a real quick invention. And I'm going to I'm gonna use it. Do I have a free slot? Let me check. Hang on.
I mean, either an invention or you can make a gadget that has a leadership skill.
Oh, you know what? That's a really good idea, actually.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be good? I have no leadership to my name.
I'm gonna. I think. Oh wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's go ahead and get a. Yeah, I'd like to do a. I think how much? Oh God, I don't remember how much gadgets cost. Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Well, let's pull it up on the crafting guide. So, tools, gadgets, and repairs. Gadgets. So the crafting points for. Do you want a tier 4 with a 40 rating?
Yeah, let's. Well, how much? Yeah, how much would that be?
That will be 28 crafting points. These are basically just basic stuff. So 28 times 135. 3,780 gil.
3,000. How much? Oh, how much money do we have? How much money do I have? I have 2,000 gil left.
I mean, we're just shy of what, 50k? I'm looking at it right. Problem is, we don't have
Oh.
any.
Actually, you know what? My leadership skill is already at 52 anyways. I think that I don't want to make a gadget per se. I think I would literally just like to try and make an invention, like a tier 1 invention. That just is essentially like a bell with a that is carries unnaturally far. Let me see.
Okay. Rules don't.
The problem is that's not. I don't think that's like a thing that exists in the rules.
Yeah, rules for inventions is specifically like combat oriented.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I mean,
I'm just gonna. All right. Fuck
I'll
it.
let
Let's
you
dig
craft
through the loot.
something like big and brass together if you want.
Yeah, I literally just want to make a bell or steal a bell from something like a nearby, like ship inventory area or something.
You know what?
It doesn't need to be impressive.
How much tier 1 metal do you have?
Oh, that's probably a decent amount. Let me check. I have.
I hope you have
Oh,
some.
shit.
I have us as having 15 tier 1 wood and no metal.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Quartermaster is telling me that it's not good. All right, fuck
Tier
it. I'm
2
just
metal?
yelling. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm just yelling. I'm just gonna yeah, I'm just basically gonna climb. I'm gonna put on a barrel, like a cask, and I'm gonna get on top of it outside of the inn, like the tavern door, and I'm just gonna start yelling, and give them, and I'll say gather round, everybody, everyone in town. I have my bagpipes.
Oh god.
You're right.
I have my bagpipes.
You do.
I have bagpipes. I'm gonna like gather round, and then I'm gonna play a little bagpipes. There's a few things as loud and attention grabbing as that.
All right, give me an instrument plus 60. then.
Okay. Instrument plus 60. We are
Oh, yeah.
good. We are very good.
Oh yeah, you're very good. You are able to get people's attention. People are coming towards you. You are able
Okay.
to draw a crowd.
Perfect. Okay. Oh, jeez. Here we go. All right. Once we get everybody gathered around, I am going to, let's say to Abby on the side, like, hey, I need you to just, doesn't really matter who, just any one of these Fielvier that you know, just see if you can't keep one with you, because we're going to need to scan them when this is done.
All right, I'll go find Faye.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just pull them out of the crowd or whatever. All right. I'm gonna stand up on the box and I will call out over everybody, and give them like a hello everyone. For those of you who have been living here on Satir Island, and for those of you who are new, I am Captain Hart. This island, for a long time, has been under the protection of my family. And I'm happy to say that we're entering back into a period of recovery. And one of those first steps is welcoming in the new immigrants here to the island. The people of the Fayol Vieira, ancestral friends to my family, are here to stay. I hope you all can welcome them in. And I hope that together we can go ahead and rebuild Satir Island into the place it once was again. In the meanwhile, oh God. Do we have this still? I feel like we do, but I don't remember. Didn't we get a cask of alcohol or something from... It was so long ago. Let me look at the art thing real quick.
Oh, from the Urutan in...
Yeah. It was like a long time ago.
It sure was. Beginning of season 2. Yeah, I don't think anyone's tapped into that yet.
Yeah, we don't drink really. So...
And if we do, we do it at an establishment.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'm gonna say, and today to celebrate that, I have here a cask of Urutan whiskey. It is free for everyone and anyone here on the island tonight, as I'd like to celebrate, and I'd like to give us all this chance to get to know each other. Your problems and the problems of this island are my problems as well. And I'm giving you my promise now to solve them. To at least make sure everyone here can live comfortably and benefit from this growth. So please, enjoy the whiskey and be merry. For tonight at least. Thank you. I'm gonna get down. Or I guess I'm definitely trying to impart leadership here. Do I need to make any rolls for this to go well?
Yeah. Give me a leadership. Yeah, that was a pretty good speech. Give me a leadership plus 40.
Okay. Standing on a barrel is so good for leadership.
It's true. If you're standing on a barrel, people will listen to you.
That is 42 under 90.
Okay. And can everyone give me an awareness minus 20?
Oh, fuck. Me too?
Yes, everyone.
Uh-oh.
Actually, you're a little distracted giving your speech. Give me
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you all noticed that Jasmine isn't at the speech. Even though your bagpipes definitely would have reached her office
Yeah.
in place of
Okay.
residence.
Well, I'm not gonna be upset about that. Did you guys pass as well? Yeah, you did. Nice.
Yep.
All right. Whatever.
Yeah, your speech is pretty good. People clap for you. They're like, oh, all right, yeah, okay. We're ready to get Satir back to where it used to be. And let's see.
We need some bards. I need to attract some bands to come to town.
Yeah, so some of the regular townsfolk, Hume calls out, thanks for bringing jobs back to Satir.
Somewhere in the middle of that speech, I was like, "Oh my god!" I almost accidentally said "makes a tear great again." I was like, I had to, I had to grip the table, and I was like, "Oh no, that's not what I want."
Ugh.
Avert.
And
Extremely bad.
and Fio Vieira will shout, "I'm so glad we followed the mayor."
Okay. Second mayor. Cool. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna climb her on down now and go find Abby, hopefully. And I'm praying to
Who is
God
definitely
Leah
like
as well.
digging through the crowd looking for Faith.
Yeah, I think with this crowd, you do see there are a lot of Fio Vieira here. I'll say with you, the awareness check that you got, you definitely are able to find Faith and chat her up, make her distracted. She's gonna look at you and be like, "Hey, yeah, thank you for coming to Rhoda and bringing us out here. This place is fantastic."
You know what? It was. I would like to say happenstance, but well, I don't know if I can say I believe in that. You know,
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
but to new beginnings.
it's a new
He's
beginning.
like looking around, wondering where if Waylon got caught as he, you know, declared, "Hey, free whiskey."
Yeah, I'm gonna. When I find them, I'm gonna put my goggles on while they're making conversation, and I'm gonna cast scan on Faye here. That's her name, Faye.
Faith.
Faith.
Okay.
And yeah, so you cast scan. And during the speech and everything, Senna, what are you going to be doing?
I want to see if I was able to escape from the two of them to go to a library.
Good luck.
So they weren't able, while everyone was busy, I want to try and take a look to see if I can find books.
Yeah, you can definitely find a library. This is one of your very small town libraries where it's like
We've got like a mailbox, like a community library like box.
Well,
Like some.
it's more like there is a desk, a very small office in the back, and like a shelf on one wall and a small shelf on the other wall. And that's pretty much it.
I'm gonna pretty much just look through the authors to see if there's any of them that stand out.
No Hable Manovers.
You do see a Mabel Hanover book, but when
I'm
you
gonna
pick
grab
it up,
it.
you pick it up, you look at it. It's a 3rd edition.
Did Vollencomp specify first editions of books?
Yes, signed 1st
She did.
editions.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'll just do a little flip and check, and I'm gonna check it out of the library.
All right. The person behind the counter is going to look at your selection and be like, "Hey, I mean, pretty popular. Yeah. Do you have a library card with us?"
No, but could I sign up?
Yeah,
Might be back more frequently.
Yeah, you certainly can. She slides over a sheet of paper to you for you to sign.
Just gonna sign it with an L.
All right, sounds good. and she hands you a little card, Zatir Island Library, and puts a big ol' stamp in the book for it to be returned within 2 weeks.
All right.
If there's anything else I can help you find today, please let me know.
You know where I might be able to find more books by this author?
Ooh, more books. Not exactly sure. Have you been to Bravania? Or Jahara?
Ben. But those are some good places. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
She will leave the library to go read in the street.
All right. You go to read in the street, and how are Waylon and Abby handling your scan check? Yeah?
So,
Shit.
I wanted to be hopeful.
What are we gonna do about this? Oh my god.
I mean, who else? Other than Jasmine, no.
I don't know. This feels bad, right? This is not good, right? Abby, they're your people. I don't know what to do about this one.
Yeah, well. Yeah, they are my people, but
Are they people at all anymore?
I mean, I would think so. I don't know. Listen, Captain, you and I are in the same boat of confusion here. I don't know any more than you do. At this point, I don't know if I want to find out from our wizard
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to.
friend
I
here.
think we're gonna have to confront him. God, that slimy bastard. I didn't know zombies could do this. I figured this would be a little bit, socially intense for a zombie to pull off. Okay.
Listen, I don't know. This is my people, my history, my ancestors, and they're just alive again. You know? Oh, I don't want to take that away, but I don't know what to do here about this.
Yeah. Yeah, me neither. All right, let's go confront the mayor.
Oh, I'm not gonna like this.
Nope. This is gonna kind of suck. We're gonna go find the mayor.
All right. Fantastic. We're
Should
going
we
to
bring Leah
Yes.
along?
Yeah. I don't want to leave Leah alone. I don't know what's gonna happen.
As we sweep the crowd, that's
Mm.
probably fitting a little bit. Where's your sister around here?
Yeah, so
Is it-
she's
Barely passed.
Is Leah hiding or just like hanging out?
She's hanging out outside the library, but she, broke away from y'all to try and, make sure she wasn't gonna get stopped from going to a library.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Um. Okay. So, do we need to roll awareness and like check or
no
to find Leah, or is it?
the crowd's thinning and Leah's sitting in the streets reading, so you could just find her.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hey, Leah.
Hmm.
We have to go confront somebody. So we, you mind coming along?
Yeah, this book is boring anyways. Closes it and puts it in her pouch and stands up. I'm gonna guess there wasn't any information that I could glean about Mabel Hanover in there.
No, not really. I mean, you do get to read the equivalency of like Frankenstein.
Hmm. Nothing of value, but sure, I guess I've got nothing better to do.
Okay. Cool. All right. Give a thumbs up and let's go find Wallace.
All right,
Yeah, let's go
fantastic.
find out what our ex-mayor is getting up to.
Fantastic. And we're going to find out what he's up to and what's going on after a
shit.
short intermission break.
A 5, 10, 15, 20-minute break, you say?
Indeed, 5, 10, 50, 20-minute break, something around there.
Something in that
And
realm.
when we're back, I'm going to ask you all what your favorite genre of musics are. So, hope to see you all soon. Bye.
All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Steal the Skies, the Reverie. Oh, let's play some music. Let's play this music. Perfect. I hope everyone had a good break.
Yeah. I got some water. And I'm chilling.
Good. I did the dishes.
Yeah.
My hand feels weird. Everyone in chat knows,
Okay.
or in call knows, but yeah. Ow!
Very familiar with what you're talking about.
Also, don't punch the table when you're going down to grab something. Highly recommend not punching table.
Hey, don't punch tables. I mean, unless you're into that thing, then do punch tables.
I guess.
Don't let us stop you.
What goddamn who the hell's Never mind.
What? What? What's your question?
I was trying to envision a world in which punching tables would do it for somebody. Incredibly niche.
Accidents
Everyone's
happen.
into something, right?
That too.
Take me back to Fantasyland.
Well, let's see. I had a question for you all before we went off to break. That question is, what's your favorite music genre? And this is for your characters. So, first up, Pseudo, what is Raylan's favorite music genre?
Oh, you know it's a sea shanty. It's a proper sea shanty. I think Waylon loves a good old sea shanty, especially one when there's like 30 people all singing at the same time.
Oh, I love those. They're so good. Good call. And Natsuru, what is Abigail's favorite genre of music?
You know what? It's the one that she kind of made her like signature dance style, but like a very the Evilise equivalent of like Romani, like in like flamenco, like that traditional like backing like music for like any kind of like performance that she does. It's where she finds herself able to get lost in the music the most.
Sounds good. Makes sense. She did do it quite often, so makes sense. And Ash, what is Senna's favorite genre of music?
Well, I don't exactly listen to music per se, but I do love listening to ambient sounds, particularly of like fireplace crackling, screaming, you know, white noise.
I'm filling a water bottle and labeling it "Be Normal," and I'm gonna start spraying it with it.
You know,
My
that-
normal and your normal are just different normals.
We're in danger.
It's true. Well, last we left off, you were going to confront the mayor, who is
Yeah.
currently setting up some merchandise, some postcards, and you can see he's at a table and he has a big Sharpie, and he is crossing out the "Welcome to Rhoda," and then putting in Zatir.
This is fine. This is good. This is very normal behavior.
Yeah, this.
It's his
Oh,
gift
okay,
shop.
okay.
Of course, it's normal behavior.
Yeah, got to put on the fucking big boy pants here.
Yeah.
Wallace.
He is deep in thought as he is concentrating on fixing every single one of his postcards.
Oi,
Oh,
Mayor.
Huh? Yeah. Hey, what can I do for you? He spins around in his chair and looks at you.
we need to have a serious discussion.
Okay. I mean, you're all a bunch of serious people around here. All we do is serious discussions.
I'd like to talk a little bit about the Vieira.
Yeah.
We were under a bit of a misgiving, if you want to call it that, about the status of the Theo Vieira.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, there are those that think the sudden return of the Vieira and their physical state is alarming,
Oh.
unnatural even.
Oh. Yeah, that's not nice of them.
We scanned some of the Vieira.
Okay.
Are they zombies?
I mean, they're back from the dead, yeah. I mean, how else do you bring someone that's been dead for a long time to this world again?
She kind of got a point. I don't know how this shit works.
Mayor
Yeah.
Wallace,
Yep, that's my name as well, yeah.
do they have free will?
I mean, they are able to communicate and talk and everything. I mean, the whole original plan I had for them wouldn't have really worked if they didn't. I mean, imagine if you went to like to town and everyone was like It's over. And just waltzing around like that. That'd be silly. No, no. Yeah, no. Why?
Abby, I'm gonna go ahead and defer the situation to you. They're your people, and I will support you whatever your decision is here.
Yeah, well, now we have the moral quandary of we have these people back from the dead, or non-dead, undead, however you want to call it.
Either works.
We're looking at a facsimile of life here.
I mean, what if there's a mass panic if this gets out?
Well, I just unfortunately gave a speech welcoming them into the town, so that's not awesome.
Yeah, well, we also didn't say, hey, they're zombies, so, thank someone for that.
I promise not to tell anyone.
Yeah, well, that's
Well, just because you promised not to tell anyone doesn't mean someone else ain't gonna get nosy, you know?
we're not gonna be able to have a doctor on the island with this going on.
I mean, to be fair, that last doctor was not particularly fond of the Falviera, so that might slightly be a good opening.
I
Albeit
mean,
one that needs to be filled very quickly.
I could talk to her about it.
Well,
From one
that's
doctor to another.
the thing. Unless you want to take the next ferry to God knows where she went. I think she kind of flew the coop early.
Ah, I see. Well, I don't think it's that big of an issue. We're
Listen.
rebuilding the island.
Yeah. Abby, the end result here is that it's either going to be we let them remain as facsimiles of what they once were, not really truly alive, or we, I don't know, swallow the implications, I guess, and just put them back to rest.
I'm sorry to butt in. Is it really pronounced facsimiles? I thought it was facsimiles.
I learned. You're on trial. Stop. You don't get to correct my speech yet.
Oh, okay.
It
I didn't know I was on trial. I thought we were
kind
just
of.
having a conversation.
It is a conversation, however. We're trying to figure something out here.
Okay.
I mean, how do you just break that news zone of like, hey, congratulations, you're all in dead. You know, the lease on life you got, it's gone. I couldn't imagine that they would, well, exactly take that kindly.
I'm gonna put a hand on
on Abby's shoulder and as gently as I can, be like, I think that's the thing. I don't think they have the capacity to be emotionally affected. Think about how easy it was to convince them to leave. All of the changes, they had no opinion. Everything that the mayor said was fine, and there was never any protest, not even a contrary argument. They're not really thinking nor feeling.
I find that offensive. I'd put more work into my work than that.
What's the limits? What are they capable of?
They can do whatever they want.
They have free will?
Yeah. They just like me. I at least think they have free will. I didn't really read that part of the spell.
Wait, hang on.
So if I was to say get any random Felvira passerby out on the street and tell them, hey, it's a good idea to jump from the top of a rooftop, they wouldn't have a second thought?
I think they'd look at you confused. I tested this.
Where's that spell you used?
Where
You said you didn't read that far?
did
No,
you
I
test
didn't.
this?
Yeah. Where do you have a copy of that spell?
Oh yeah, it's back in my office in Rhoda. We can go get it if you want.
You mean you don't have a copy on you, with you, physically,
No,
right
not-
now?
Not really. I basically memorized the part to actually do the work, not all the details of like the minutia, because I didn't think I was gonna need to explain myself that much, since I kind of did in the volcano. I thought that in the future I could just go back and grab it.
I think Cappy's gonna lose her, like, a little bit of her cool and, like, grab him by, like, the collars and, like, in a very panicked, like, shake, like, that means that those notes are gone to time. They have sunk with this city. Do you know what this means?
That the city sunk? I mean, if the city sunk, then guess we'll never get the answers of the specifics of what happened. But
If I may, you said you've memorized the components of this spell, yes?
yeah.
I'm all for raising a corpse here or there as needed, but could you recite the spell, please?
Oh, I mean, it's pretty long. It's like sometimes a months-long process. But I could recite the beginning of it if you'd like.
As much as what you remember.
All right.
Zip, dippity dap,
dip dap doop. Come to life, bibbity bap. That's the beginning.
QB, as he recites it, do I recognize that any piece of it might be missing?
No. No part of it is missing.
Hmm.
You mean you run around shouting zap zippity pop and just magic happens?
Yeah. I mean, it's life magic. That's just the spell.
Gonna look towards Senna like, I know that I probably can't get through to her, but I'm just gonna like, I'm reaching for that like smallest thread of like, is this guy fucking serious?
Leo kind of shrugged. That's kind of magic. That's why I was curious about the spell.
Okay. All right.
And I know, like, you and your sister have beef, but would she say the same thing?
Very likely. She's not screaming for attention right now to correct me, so.
That's
I guess
all
it's
right.
unsettlingly good news.
I mean, Raylan has watched me do it before.
Could we do the spell again?
Uh, right here, right now?
Something we don't care as much about? You guys don't care as much about.
I
You said
mean,
it could take months at a time.
yeah, depending. Part of life magic is that when you revive someone, you have to give part of your life into their body. So it's a really taxing process.
Uh,
Honestly, it has to be done in like little piecemeal chunks. Sometimes, if I'm feeling great, it can take less than a month. Sometimes, maybe a week. Sometimes, a year. It really all depends.
uh-huh. Okay.
Hey.
I think I've got an idea. Why don't we Leah, and by extension Senna,
Yes.
whatever the situation may be, it sounds like you're going to need some place to stay that's comfortable. And you want to find this book? We'll figure out where the book is, but it's going to take time. So, I'll cut you a deal.
Okay.
This guy loves
welcome.
deals.
I
Oh, shoot.
you stay here on the island with us. You know, well, we know you're capable. And in return for helping you find the book and for, safe passage, etc., you give us your talents and you learn how to do whatever the hell it is that he did. So at the very least, we can figure out how to put this situation to rest.
I can't make any promises regarding learning how to do what he did. It's just the nature of my part of the magic here is not exactly life bringing, you know?
Well, as long as you understand how it's done, that's all I care about.
I understand the concepts, yes.
And in the meanwhile, Abby, I don't envy this decision in front of you, so I thought maybe instead of, in the meanwhile, there's a lot of forest here, a lot of jungle, there's a lot of old areas, and near the center of the island, just underneath the cliffs. We could clear a path and create sort of a out-of-the-way home for the Fielviera there. You know, it would give them both a cultural epicenter, like a place that they can call their own home and adjust as they like, and they can probably dig into the side of the mines and things like that. So if they want to live underground, I don't know how that all works, but
Oh, we could
and
always
we can push it
pull
out
and
of the
find out.
public eye maybe a little bit for now.
I mean, could be believable. I mean, the VR have always been considered secluded, and those that ventured out into the world were the outcasts as far as the
Mm.
uppity VR of the forests were.
Yeah. And if they're underneath the castles and such, or in the jungles beneath the plateau, then, at the very least, they'll still be near the castle for purposes of whatever the hell it is that you're trying to do, Wallace. You know, hopefully if we can until we know exactly the extent of what this spell can do and what their free will and everything else is like, this might be the only, I don't know, not the only option, but it's the only one I've got right now.
Okay.
Maybe we should look at taking Faye. That was her name, right? Faye?
Faith?
Faith. Yeah, Faith. Maybe we should look into having Faith join the crew for a little while, so if we can figure out exactly what's going on there. You know, a control group of some kind.
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst idea we've ever had.
No, if you're comfortable having another Fail Vieira in the crew, I know it's gonna, I don't know, that's gonna,
I mean, I don't know if she's capable of holding herself in a fight. I don't know
well,
if there's any
same as
other, issues we will need to worry about considering, the state of being, not entirely alive.
We'll give her a job, something like lever and pulley and screw or whatever, all their names. We'll give them a, whatever it is that she can do. We'll give her a job like that. Worst case scenario, deckhand is a deckhand, and we need help. So.
I mean, many hands do make light work. You're not wrong.
Wallace, you're kind of a fucked up guy.
What do you mean?
You're kind of fucked up, man.
I just want to open a gift shop. You're fucked up.
Yeah, I'm
Wallace, zombified people that lived 100 years ago do not make gift shop novelty draw-ins.
Well, that's because I wasn't done yet. If I was done and they were all ready to go and there wasn't this whole Rekoresh whatever thing, then it would be a great gift shop. It would have been a great place for people to go.
And you don't think the wider world out there would question why extinct races now just back on their feet and kicking?
No. No, I don't. Yeah. I think people would have enjoyed it, in fact.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Wallace, there's a lot of this world you need to realize not everybody has the same upbeat outlook on life as you do.
Well, they should learn, because it's great, and I feel happy. Except for when I'm being grilled and called fucked up.
Yeah. All right. We're just going to go ahead and get ahead of the allegations here. All right. Wallace, I'm changing your title. For the foreseeable future, I'm making as Duke power vested in me or whatever the hell. You're my court mage now. Okay? If anybody asks, that's your job here.
Okay.
All right? That's just you can keep doing what you're doing, but write down your spells, man. God.
I did.
Okay, well,
Don't leave them behind when we make it clear that we're leaving an area.
My hands were full. I was
We
busy
could have taken
bringing
multiple
Fiora here.
Okay.
I had like.
Would you be able to write it down again?
I could try. I mean, I won't be able to write down all the minutia of details and like all the specifics of like don't feed them after midnight kind of bullshit, but I could definitely write down how to do it.
Then grab her blank notebook. One less victim is worth it, I guess. And she pulls out and rips out a page and hands a page over. Then write it.
I'm gonna need more than this.
How many?
Probably the entire book.
We'll get some blank parchment sent over. We'll get it all binded.
She hands the book over.
I need a
Thank
session
you.
now.
You owe me one. You owe
Okay.
me a book.
I mean, he kind of holds up his hands in like a look around as you're surrounded by gift shop knickknacks. So there's
Are
plenty
any
of
of these a blank book?
you can make. Look here! He pulls out the stack of postcards he was working on. There's a blank side on every single one of these that you can use.
Oh my god.
And here's a
Better
little
than
Easter
nothing.
egg. Here's a little Easter egg too. He puts his thumb to the corner of the stack of postcards and thumbs through it, and you can see a little stick figure drawing moving as he shows it off. Yeah, pretty cool.
She'll snatch up the stack of gift cards. It'll do. Right.
Okay. He sits down at the table and starts writing in the book.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Well, this is happening, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm writing it down. Man, I gotta get a. I need like. What do they call those dudes who hang out in your court and they like do stuff for you, like write notes?
Like a scribe?
Sure. I need a. God, there's so much. This is so much to keep track of. All right. I guess adding to the to-do list at the bottom here, clear out piece of jungle for Fail Vieira to live in. Okay. Okay. How do you spell... Never mind. Actually, never mind. That's too many words in that sentence. All right. Jungle. G. U.
You got this.
How many curves are in the M? Is that
For-
is
for-
that the one with two?
you-
Is that the two bumps or the one bump? Is that a camel or is it
A camel.
It's a wait, how many humps does a camel have?
Depends on the kind.
Spelling is so hard.
Leah will look at Waylon and then over to Abby. And it's got that look of, is this normal?
he grew up with pirates. I don't think a formal writing and reading and arithmetic goes like part of their daily to-do stuff.
Jungle.
He's working on it.
Jungle.
It's a big work in progress.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lean over and point out it's actually with a J, hon. It starts with a J.
Gujel. E?
You know what? Sure, if you
jungle?
understand it.
Jungle? No E. And it would erase the last E, or like scribble out the last E. Gujej. Jungle. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. I'm getting good at this. All right. Jungle.
He's learning.
Mine.
Slowly, but surely he is.
Feel.
Blessed Velius, imbue me with patience.
All right. Well, that's close enough. I'll just remember it.
How loudly do you say that?
Cool, yeah?
I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm just in awe watching Waylon try to spell.
Yeah.
He's gonna look over and just fix the spelling of fail for him. If I hold one
Oh.
thing of pride, it'll be my
That's a
That's how you, that's okay. There's not even like an A in there at all. Okay. Weird.
So, here, we'll get your letters down, and then we'll help you understand like pronunciations and how one letter could be pronounced in different ways.
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
She looks
That's
over
the-
at Jungle, spelled with a G.
Listen, I already learned about homophobes. I get it. You get some letters and words sound like other words and letters.
No,
It
that's
happens.
homophones.
Homophones. Waylon.
What's the difference?
What the hell's a phone? Okay, whatever.
Just gonna look at Leah like,
Whatever.
welcome to the board of the teacher's aide. We are
I'm gonna
always struggling.
closing the book up and I'm putting it away.
He's got this
I'll
long
remember the details.
stare. Long stare right now.
I'm gonna remember the details. It'll be fine. I'm certain.
That's the same one that did that funny jump attack, right? Abby.
Well, if you guys don't mind, I gotta go
Just gonna
figure out
kind
what.
of shrug. Like,
I have to go figure out how to get a mine surveyed so we can start building that fleet of like battleships. So I'm gonna get started on that. You got this from here, Abby?
oh yeah, sure, I guess.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Where the hell am I gonna find a surveyor?
Yeah, no, it's hard to believe that he built that entire airship out there, and it flies. But then,
You built it?
well, I mean, I guess technically this iteration wasn't technically built by him. However, it was rebuilt to the exact specifications that we did, that it was in, which was, as far as I believe, completely crafted by him. So,
You built an airship.
yes.
So he's a
That can-
genius.
Fly in weird places. And he can't tell an N from an M.
I told you, we're working on it. We were just as dumbfounded as you now are. Congratulations, you're now up to speed. Welcome to the Reverie.
Listen, Bellius, please.
Trial by error is the strongest and best way to learn anything.
Belly
Certainly, there's no easier way.
Oh, nothing.
Okay, to be fair, hey, you listen, you do you thing, just I don't know. Just can't exactly tell you to play nice with yourself. I mean, seeing how that
That's a different
this
environment.
shit at
Listen,
Wallace,
you can-
shush.
You may be remembering the bathhouse, but that's fine with me.
I hope everybody's being normal in there.
Just, I'm doing like that, like Jack Sparrow flustered, like crazy hand moves. Like I don't know how to deal with you right now.
Can I make like a roll or something to? I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna find a dude who surveys mines.
A foreman.
Am I? I need to figure. Yeah, I was gonna say. Like, do
I
I
figured
need
you
a,
would have like discussed all of this with like the people that were operating in the.
No, we were playing hardball and acting like we had those resources already. So
Yeah.
I mean-
to find information, I believe, for finding like official information. Let me double check. I think
Yeah,
that
definitely
is
want to like see if
inquiry.
anywhere in town there is a like if anybody surveyed in the past or like something along those lines.
Yeah. Give me an inquiry check with no modifiers.
That's not always a good thing for me.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay,
I know you
it's
got
not the
this.
worst. Oh my god, we did it for once.
Blessed be.
Yeah. So you go back into town. Senna and Abby, are you going to be going to town with them, or are you gonna stay behind with Wallace? The court mage Wallace Eleanor.
I have a feeling I'm stuck to
well,
wherever
well.
Abby goes at this point, so. Lest I wander off and get into trouble.
Well, do you have any questions for our
He's busy writing a
new court mate?
spell.
Yeah, he
Can't do
is.
much until he's done.
Yeah, I feel it might be best if we leave him to.
Could always make use of these postcard things.
How would you make a use of these?
She's gonna shoot you a look.
She's gonna give me like the elaborate. I'm clearly not getting it.
Never mind.
Me, IRL, I have no idea what the hell that means. The math is not working in my head.
Yeah, I'm not getting it either. It's fine.
I have a idea, however, Abby is more also like you. I don't mean to be rude, but you don't get out much, do you?
No, my sister loves to keep me trapped. It's nice to have the spotlight for a bit. It's warm. Not as warm as I'd like it, though.
Yeah, well, don't get any funny ideas. We're not exactly, causing chaos, mayhem, and disorder. We're kind of trying to prevent it.
No. It's no fun.
I mean, yeah, well, sometimes sometimes it just be like that. Wayland probably needs backup. Let's go help him find this surveyor.
Yeah, maybe he's gonna be looking for a survey. Who knows?
Or a
Or a
server,
sorbet.
next thing you know, we're gonna find him in the tavern trying to find results.
Funny that you mention that, because he is absolutely in the tavern, as he found a surveyor, a Rev, that is,
Oh my god.
he's just at a table.
He's also Waylon is eating a sorbet.
Good.
So you're like what is your resume?
Oh,
what do you do?
I am a surveyor, ground inspector for the Colin Ulster Enterprises.
You're with the
I was
You're with
flown
the-
in
the
here
corporation.
to. Yeah, I was flown in here to make sure that everything's safe. because I do safety stuff, to do some lad checks to see what's possibly underground that we could use.
Have you done a survey yet?
Oh yes, yes. That's why we were able to open the mines, to gather some root steel.
Right. All right. I would like to, if you don't mind, I'd like to see your reports.
Oh, I mean, you're the one that was in the ship the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my island.
Yeah, you're the Duke. Yeah. Do you have a signature or a request from the company to hand that information over? Because if you do, I'll happily do so.
I am, son of a bitch. Okay. All right.
Yeah?
All right. How about this? You already conducted a survey. So
Yes.
I would like to pay you for a survey report as well.
Oh, yes. There is definitely levels of information that ranges from open to classified, that can be paid for. Yeah.
How long did it take you to conduct this survey?
It took several months.
Son of a fucking bitch. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. What are you? Oh my god.
That I don't want to cause any stress to the Duke of Satyrs.
Yes. No, I just understand that you're in a position where I'm going to need to go speak to your boss, most likely, to get the information I want.
I mean, I could also relay it, since that is the report that I made.
Well, I would like a full survey report, if possible.
Oh, okay.
I would like to know all of the information that you all have surveyed.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
And I would recommend that you reiterate to your boss, mining and output of production will not be approved on Satyr Island until these demands are met. So just want to push that forward. This island still does not belong to the corporation.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's we didn't think it belonged to the corporation. There was a small plot that when we asked the townsfolk who was in charge, they had us talk to the Glabdos family in Bravania, who had jurisdiction, but you are reclaiming jurisdiction of your family, right? So, yeah, we can definitely see what we can provide.
You know what? All right. How about QB, I hate you. Oh. Oh. All right. Fine. You know what? I'm realizing now I appreciate your time, but this is a conversation I think I need to have with was it the president that we spoke to, or was he just like an underling? I think it was the president. No.
Yeah, you spoke to the CEO, president of the corporation.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, I think it's safe to say that I need to speak to the president himself here. This is gonna come down to diplomacy. So, okay. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and relay to me what information that you can in the meanwhile, and I'm gonna go ahead and set up a meeting with this this president here. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome. I do have. So I actually was going to be sending some information to him. So here I can briefly share these documents with you, and he slides them over to your direction, and it's a pretty detailed. It is a detailed layout of Zatir with topographical information. There's wind current, sea currents around, a thorough list of identified flora and fauna. There are several listed mineable items that you can discover. And yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'll collect that information for the time being and sort of like give him a nod and like, well, I'll let you go. You have yourself a wonderful day.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day as well. Take care, Duke.
Fuck it. I'm gonna shove out and see if I can find Abby and Leah again.
They're pretty much right behind you at this point.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Glad you're here. Things have shifted. I think we got a situation on our hands.
What kind of situation?
I think we're gonna need to go speak to the prince. Right now, we're in a bit of a situation. If I play contrary to the Glabados, who apparently they've talked to, there's a good chance they might end up going and telling the Glabados family that we're here and that we're claiming ownership of the island. If that happens, we're in a bad spot. So I think things have moved up. I think we need to go have a conversation with the prince. We need to do it soon. We need to protect our claim.
I mean, undead or not, my people are, well, my people, so I would feel responsible for them as well.
We'll get it packed up and we'll get ready to go. We should leave soon as possible. So probably tomorrow morning.
Well, if it's war out there, we should actually make sure we're prepared for what we might find out there, too.
Yeah, we'll take the mercantile paths. See if we can't stick to, hopefully we can avoid any of the front lines. Worst case scenario, we can fly through yachts. I've got to
lower the amount of attention we bring to ourselves, the better in that kind of case.
Yeah. I agree. I'm going to have to do some preparations. I need to get some inventions rolled out. I don't know what we're going to find when we go to speak to the prince. So, do me a favor as quartermaster. Could you, make sure everybody's got something nice enough to wear? We need to at least look some kind of less like pirates and more like a, well, we gotta look at least like we know what we're doing and whatever the hell that means.
Aye, Captain, I could do that.
Okay. Oh God, we need to. Oh boy, money. I'm going to. I'm going to. I have some things I need to invent that are kind of private. So I'm going to have to leave again and split the party some more, but I suspect they're gonna take me a long time. Or that being, it's gonna take me like 12 hours, potentially.
Have the Reverie shopping trip.
QB. Over the course of how much time, like the time we've been here, have we had any chance to, like downtime periods to like unload, like stuff off the ship and move it into the castle, etc.?
Sorry, I just realized that I was talking to my wife, and I forgot to unmute myself. There's plenty of time for that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, then I'm gonna. Cool. I would like. I need to do some. I need to do some very scary science.
Oh?
Yeah. Hang on one second. I need to make sure I've got my little ducks in a line here before I talk about it. So feel free to do the thing with them. I gotta do some research real quick.
Alright.
That makes me so uneasy, and I don't know why.
Yeah, same here. But I know exactly why. What would you two like to do then?
Oh, I guess if I have to go find normal clothes, which I think Abby's going to use as an excuse to go, yeah, no, I don't think we need normal clothes. So maybe some like shopping for like some materials and being prepared for what we might encounter.
Alright. And
I don't know what the shops have.
Well, you can find a regular clothing shop. There isn't a crafting material specific store here, unfortunately, since there is no hunting guild.
Yeah, it is kind of tiny. That's fair.
But you can find, if you're looking for a disguise of some kind, or just freshening up your wardrobe, there's definitely plenty of that.
Gonna show up with the incredibly awkward shopping list of I need what one would be able to describe as very unobvious normal clothes. Which, wouldn't definitely get weird looks or anything.
Yeah, that, you definitely get people with that kind of description looking at you a little funny, because that's a weird way to describe just regular clothes. But, yeah, you could definitely find an outfit for about 50 gil if you want to go on the cheaper side. Maybe 100 if you want to go more expensive.
I don't know, Leah, what do you think? Should we go for the cheap stuff or the kind of uppity stuff?
I mean, you two can wear what you'd like. I looks down at her dress. This is comfortable enough for me.
I mean, fair, like, you're anyone was looking at you, they wouldn't, immediately jump to Sky Pirate. I mean, I wouldn't say mine's too terrible. What do you think?
I mean, I guess.
I mean, I
I've
look
been-
like an engine room spat me out, and the only thing that would betray that notion is the fact that I'm not covered in grease.
Then it sounds like we should get you covered in grease. Play the part a little more.
There will be many moments of Abby formulating words, losing them, doing that finger of hold on, we'll cover that later. Oh my god, I can't believe we're gonna have another day of dress up Waylon. Ugh. God Lord, yeah, no, I would just at this point be looking for what I would find would be a decent outfit for Waylon to wear. Given that you're probably one of the only people on the entire ship that would have actual armor plating and all of that to actually worry about. You're the one who needs the disguise the most.
Yeah, I have to make my gear look some kind of noble in some way, which is going to be tough. And especially because he's outgrown the noble boy outfit that we
fancy lad outfit.
The fancy lad outfit has been he's fully grown out of now.
Oh, but I want to
he's
see
gonna
him in
have
the fancy lad outfit, even if it's
It would
too
be
small.
even.
Listen,
would be
I will
so
look
much
for
worse.
I will look for a suitable follow up to the fancy lad outfit.
He
We're gonna find the
definitely-
fancier lad outfit.
Yeah, he definitely the fancy lad outfit. He definitely puts it on at first, and then it's like, oh no. Rides
Doesn't
up
put
to
it
his
on
knees.
he puts his arm through the sleeve and it is stuck on his elbow. It was longer before, wasn't it?
QB,
Yeah.
I have a minor amount of research questions.
Okay.
And then I have a invention to craft.
Okay.
Or I guess not. It's kind of an invention, not really. It's like invention, not in the ability sense. I would like to. Since I have pirate fleet knowledge, I've got a lot of sea story knowledge.
Yeah.
How much do I know of the story of the dreadnought Leviathan and the disappearance of the 8th fleet of Arcadia?
You probably have a good amount, because that would definitely be something that's terrifying.
Yeah,
Actually,
I built an antimatter engine effectively. I am. This is one of those things where
yeah. So this is a story you'd probably know very well, because part of your job was scavenging airships that crash, and so people would be like, well, I'm sure a pirate or two while you've been on the ship has been like, well, why do they go anywhere near it? And Grits probably told them back when he wasn't drunk all the time that sometimes people will sell counterfeit manufactured nethicite. And so people will try to go into a yacht with a counterfeit manufactured nethicite, which means it wouldn't work. And so that's your job to go clean that up. So you probably have heard, why is it called manufactured nethicite? Oh, it was because the Orcadian Empire was trying to replicate deaffected nethicite. Well, what can deaffected nethicite do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all that. Great. That's terrifying. So,
It's actually really bad stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, it could just destroy an entire city with someone just fiddling around with it.
Okay. I'm gonna crack open the notes I have. My first actual engineering journal that has the Reverie's plans in it and like the schematics. And moreover, I'm gonna go over to the engine schematics, which for the sort of camera view observer, it is, since he didn't know how to write, it is entirely just drawings. It's like really detailed drawings and then like scribbles that depict like it's like an IKEA journal like an IKEA directional book way to build a schematics for his engines and things.
Yeah.
It has his own like weird code because of it, because he didn't have like the ability to write. So there's like symbols scrawled all over the place that mean things to him and nobody else. And I'm going to look at it for a while, and what I would like to do is I'm going to grab I'm gonna like make sure my lab is set up and everything here in the castle in private here, and I'm going to try and sketch and modify the Reverie's engine slightly.
Okay.
I am going to try and build in a sort of fail-safe of sorts. I want to try and build a additional compartment into its original design. And moreover, I want to create this secondary sort of compartment underneath the central compartment where our aethersite goes.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like it to be, so if I'm understanding the science right, just work with me here. The aethersite works in the yacht because the aethersite is capable of, is it exhuming or absorbing? Because I know
Absorbing.
nethicite. Okay, does nethicite also absorb? Because I know nethicite, isn't
Yes.
that the one that takes in mist and like makes anti-magic essentially?
So nethicite can use the mist around it and store it up for giant attacks. Auracite, not aethersite, is it also can store a large amount of mist and has sort of similar properties, but it has other weird effects that include storing memories, images, and
Okay.
I
So it
don't
has like
think
additional
Raylan would
properties
know that.
essentially.
Yeah, so nethicite.
Yeah. Okay.
So Orsite wouldn't be able to like throw out a giant attack, but Nethicite would be able to.
Okay. I'm going to create a secondary compartment underneath the aethersite. And with the goal being a essentially like a sort of like a failsafe. I want to create it in such a way that I can I want to try and intentionally recreate the conditions of the Leviathan's engines. And moreover, the idea being venting the aethersite into the nethicite to create the conditions that disappeared the Eighth Fleet.
So you
I am scratching my head like, what?
I want
I
to
hate that I
build the
understand
nuke.
him.
I want to build the a ventilation compartment to ventilate essentially the Aethersite's magical energy essentially stored up into the Nethicite to create an unstable reaction that can set off the Nethicite into the conditions that created the disappearance of the Ape Fleet and the Leviathan.
Oh,
He's creating a bomb in
Okay.
the engine.
And I'm it's
With
it's
the engine?
this is this is our fucking this is my plan B. This is the big yeah, we don't have anything else going for us. Every single other power on the planet right now is stronger than us. Everybody is capable of more, and we have to go talk to the prince. And I don't know if it's going to go well. I don't know if the prince is going to determine if it is actually worse to allow us to exist to destabilize, which and et cetera, et cetera. And since we're facing such incredible odds, Waylon is going to try and not obviously this is entirely untested because he's not gonna test it. That would be insane. But he's going to try and just create the conditions as a form of just in case. And it's this is the plan.
so it's essentially like when the Joker goes in Dark Knight, goes into the mob meeting with a
Yes.
bomb strapped to his chest.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what we're doing. Is I'm this is a back pocket like whoa, I have a hand grenade. I have a hand grenade in my hand, and we're in a small room. Don't do this. Let me go home right now. Let me go home.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Kid's crazy. Understandable.
Okay. Yeah. Are you going to work on that while you are landed in the yacht? Because you do have a. Oh wait, no, you used that on the board, I think. I know that you had a spare sky stone. That's not super powerful. Where was that? Did you?
We have an Aethersite, which I was basically putting into the ship's engine and then putting into the board whenever we were leaving the ship docked, so it would stay on my person, and it was instead powering the hoverboard.
Okay. All right.
I believe we only have one Aethersite and one Nethicite.
All right. Sounds good. In that case, yeah, this is going to take some time. God.
I figured it would take at least a little bit of time, yeah.
Yeah, definitely good.
Just a little bit.
Well, definitely longer than clothes shopping, unless Abby is the kind that
Not gonna
loves.
take us that long, unfortunately.
Okay. I know some people love clothes shopping. God. What kind of event do I want to do for this? Or what's the kind of modifier that this would deserve? Question.
I'm definitely. Oh,
Also,
go ahead.
do you have the explosive skill?
I do. It's not great. I have. Yeah, I do in fact have the explosive skill. I only have 20 in that though. I've got 80 in invent, 100 in expertise, and what's my systems? Hang on. 50 in systems.
All right.
So-
Give me an invent check.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh, what a time to crit! What a time to
Wow.
crit! What a time! What a time! I'm nuclear.
All right.
I'm wild.
Yeah, roll me an explosives plus God. That would be.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what? Yeah, just roll me explosives. You either going to crit or botch. It's gonna succeed if it's not a botch.
Okay.
Because
Okay, gotcha.
I was going to determine the modifier based off of how low you met the threshold of your invent skill. So yeah,
This is still not a great roll. Alrighty. Oh my god, I got rid of good fortune or whatever it's called. Okay. Alright, I gotta live with my consequences here.
I mean it's essentially a plus 100. So 67 is going to be a success. Yeah, you're able to rig it. You design it magnificently. You are able to rig it up without any issues, without any concerns. And yeah, you have that in your back pocket.
We are landsliding towards this, huh? Okay.
Yeah, speed of sound.
I am
Sure.
installing that shit in the ship in the dead of the night. I am not telling a soul. I'm not telling anybody about this. It is we're gonna leave that there. And oh boy, that's I think it. I can't believe that worked. I'm gonna have a real Oppenheimer moment. I'm gonna I'm gonna sit up on the crow's nest for the night and have a real I'm just gonna deal with this.
Okay.
I guess the last thing I'm gonna do is just alert the rest of the crew. Like we're leaving. We're intending to leave towards what's the name of the place the Crown Prince lives?
Ambervale.
Ambervale. Yeah, we're heading off to Ambervale. In the morrow early. So just be prepared. And that's it for me. Oh fuck.
All right.
Oh my god, it worked. Oh no.
Abby and Senna, is there anything else you want to do on your last day there?
I didn't have anything planned, really.
I'd be trying to dig into whatever I could to try and get more information about the book, but I imagine there's nothing around.
The book you're looking for, unfortunately, not here. While the two of you are walking through town, can you roll me an awareness check?
I'm re-rolling.
Jump again.
Hey.
Yeah, you're definitely
13.
aware.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
No
the way that you
modifier?
have that spit out now.
Right? It's so good.
Mhm.
No
No, that's really
modifier.
You mean
cool.
no mod? Okay.
No mod. All right, fantastic.
I didn't fail it.
Yeah. As the two of you are walking through town, from clothes shopping, from investigating, trying to find more information on the book, you do hear two townsfolk chatting. You overhear them saying, "Hey, do you know what happened to Jasmine?" "No, not really." Why?" "Well, her office is open. Everything's just there. Just, I don't know. I tried to go in to have her check at my elbow, but can't find her anywhere. I've been asking around town." Well, maybe she's just at home. Maybe she's just busy. "Yeah, but her office is unlocked." "Well, That's weird. Yeah, you'll probably see her tomorrow. You're probably right. And then they walk off.
They were talking about that bunny that showed up, yes? The one in the
Yeah, the one that
basement.
had her reservations about the Viera in town. She has a decent head on her shoulders. Leaving her office just completely unchecked doesn't sound like something she would do.
Sounds like it could be fun. Want to go check it out?
Yeah, I guess I can get into a little bit of trouble. And with a wink, I'll. I was very intimate with that office. I laid in there for how long?
A bit of time, yeah.
So, let's go get nosy.
Whoops. They're there on the map.
We're here somewhere, right?
Yes. You are at the bottom of the top right quadrant.
I found us.
Yeah.
We're down. This one
Yeah.
was the office, right?
Yes. You make your way to the office, and it is. There is still the open sign.
Hmm. This is not like her at all. Oz. Shit. Johnny here, 'cause they were the ones that were the connector to them. Well, in a completely innocent manner, I'm gonna just walk up the steps to the door and just. Desmond! Just kind of like give a light yell across the room.
You yell across the establishment of her apothecary office as you walk inside, and no one responds.
What would be the equivalence of investigation around here? Like the skill?
If you are
Like looking around.
if you're looking around, it would be awareness.
I'm just trying to look around to see if I can find any signs of last time, or try and find signs of Jasmine.
Or like signs of a struggle or anything.
Yeah, anything that stands out as obvious,
You're looking around. You can see that there is a lot of her items are still here. Her medicines, her tools for surgery and whatnot. You notice as you are passing through here, there is just a little speck of blood on the floor.
Fresh?
Not too terribly fresh. I'd be like a day old or so.
Abigail. Just gonna point out the blood. Bit old, but
Yeah, this isn't exactly
Something.
where surgery would be, so that's not good. Are there any like files or like, for lack of a better term, like patient notes on any like doors around?
You don't see any files on any patient doors. You do see that it is completely empty, so if there are files anywhere, they would be tucked away.
I know we've only been in town for like a day or two, but this is. Let's keep looking around, but this is not good.
No, I'd like to be able to claim ownership for it, but whatever's going on isn't me. Usually more artsy than this.
Funny, let's be real. If you wanted to
Mhm.
lay claim to it, it would have to be a charred stain on the ground.
Well,
She was
that's,
just
yeah.
saying nonchalantly as she like goes to look in like some of the back like patient rooms for anything.
The back patient rooms are pretty tidy. Uh, look, when you were in here previously, she likes to keep things tidy while she's waiting for a new patient to come in. And since this place is pretty small, there, it's there's usually this many rooms just for in case emergencies happen.
The stairs are real, right?
Uh,
Or not actually on this map?
Not actually on this map because I don't
Okay.
think I have a second floor set up. Nope, I don't.
Okay, no worries.
Like one floor office. Back to that blood on the floor. Is there like a trail? Is it like a drop? Is it like a
It's a
was it
little
like
more than a
something
drop.
drugged through it? Like through it?
What was that?
I was gonna say, did it look like it was like a blood drop versus like I'm applying my like fucking digging back through high school like basic blood splatter like knowledge of was it like a knife? Was it a puncture? Was it something else?
It's
Or is it not enough to tell for
there's not
it-
enough to tell, and it's a little more than just a drop. I'd say it's like a dollar coin size or a 50-cent coin sized puddle.
The rest of this place is spotless. Why this left behind?
And of all places, the clinic, like let's see if anyone's noticed any odd figures around lately. I have a suspicion. I'm gonna go outside and like ask the townsfolk if at any point during the day do they see any like suspicious character, and more suspicious than Vieira's with scars all over the place.
Yeah, the people around are gonna shake their heads. No, haven't seen anyone suspicious.
Like no one in and out, no patients, no one with even like a minor injury.
I mean,
Nobody
they're-
dressed up in a weird outfit that I think is from a game. As I just describe, I think Villy was it?
Yeah. I mean, there was, but like a couple days ago. Like 3, 4, 5 days ago, something like that. They, there was a Moogle here. They looked very eccentric. They had a bow. They were shouting about how they were excited to get the first real, hunt in, the real job. They were waiting for someone. Don't know who. But, yeah, that's all I heard from them in the tavern.
And there's been no sight of him in the last, like, day?
Not that I saw.
I know of what individual you speak of. They were quite the character. And their goals were
Very vague, it
questionable, at
seemed.
least.
Oh, yeah, questionable works. Yeah, that works too.
Well, yeah, I know this is a long shot. Do you know anything about Final Fantasy 69?
What would I?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
No,
It's
no. I don't exactly take
according to
leisure
Coda,
time.
this person we ran into, I think they were trying to be a character from the game. I don't know. Coda said something about get like Final Fantasy 69 and the strategy guide, and like they do everything by the like to the book. So if you follow it, you could just defeat them that way. But I mean, it's not like we're gonna find one of those around here. So hey, it was a long shot. Can I try and like think back on when we were talking with Jasmine? Did she seem off at all,
I mean,
or did she just seem like her usual like, oh, I can't believe I'm talking to a fail Vieira like, so
she seemed more upset at the fact that the whole undead thing than her than the whole Fio Vieira thing. Like that was more occupying her mind than anything. And it wasn't really as much of the same disgust that you came across before when you were talking to her, as much as it was like guttural, instinctual abhorrence to the idea.
wait. But if she said she was leaving, think somebody at the ferry house might know?
Yeah, that would be a good place to check, I suppose. That's the only other lead we seem to have, so. I don't exactly think she'd be at home, given how clean this is, or that it's open. Be a sloppy killer either way. If that's
Well,
the
because I know it
case.
wouldn't help me. I was gonna cast speed, but because I don't have haste yet, I'm gonna grab Leah's hand and just say, "Let's go see if anybody at the ferries knew," and just tear off up the street. Dragging
Alright,
her
alright,
behind me.
alright. Hey, keep up with you as best I can.
All right. Tear down the road, and you make it to the ferry house. Once you're inside, you'll see that it's pretty much empty. aside from someone working at the counter, is they are a Hume of about 18 or so.
Running right up to them, because I'm assuming everybody in this town knows everybody. I will just straight up ask, hey, did Jasmine come through here today?
She looks up at you, kind of. She sighs. No, I haven't seen Jasmine today. Last time I saw Jasmine was when she fixed my dad about 2 weeks ago. He got into a mining accident. While you're looking for her, you should probably go to her office.
Thought I would, but he's not there. He seems to not be anywhere.
Oh, well, maybe she took the day off.
Well, if
Guess
you
we
didn't
could-
see Jasmine, did you see a funny-looking Moogle in a strange outfit come through here? Probably claiming to be some, like, newfangled adventurer or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There was a Moogle that came out and went on a ferry, like, earlier today. Next ferry's for tomorrow, though, so. And the next ferry going in that direction is in 2 days. So if you're gonna chase after them, you gotta wait a little bit or swim. Or maybe you get someone that has a fishing boat.
God damn it.
Let's check her house, Abby. It's the last place that she might be, but wouldn't hurt to check before we go and chase down some person.
Psychopath running around pretending to be a video game character again. No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to Jasmine's house.
Alright. You are able to ask around to get the location of Jasmine's house, and it is locked. There is no sign of life inside or out. Well, there's some vegetation. And maybe a stray cat or two on the outside.
You got a key, Abby?
No, I don't. However, I think we'd know if she was here.
You object to my methods?
Well, I'm pretty sure John has the lockpick gun, so
Stand back from the door, then.
try and keep it somewhat quiet.
I make no promises. And I will use Fyra to blow the door open. Or away.
Alright. Yeah. Subtract the MP for Fyra. And you are able to knock down that door. Inside, you will see that it is dark. And you do not see anybody. All the lamps are off. All the candles are unlit. You can see that there's a unfinished puzzle on the coffee table. All of the unassigned pieces are neatly in the box, as if she was to come back to it later. And everything is put away, neat and orderly.
Now, see, this looks like the Jasmine that I know.
Nothing out of the ordinary,
No.
or nothing obvious that would stand out as a clue.
No. It definitely looks like she just left for work for the day.
Mhm. Well, I guess we could chase that Moogle or whatever then.
Yeah, we could always check in with the kid and be like, hey, we have to do a little search and rescue. Because while I know she doesn't like the idea of the bear here, I know she's got a good heart.
I'd normally would just say let her be, but something smells off. It doesn't seem like she left of her own volition.
No, and seeing as how that Moogle had assaulted us just the other day. It smells like bait.
Then we get to have roast Moogle for dinner. Or lunch whenever we get there.
Please do not eat the Moogle.
Fair. I get to watch a nice, funny little guy turn to dust then. So, light him up. I'm sure he'd roast real nice.
Your drive for destruction is very well known. Let's let the kid know. I'm gonna pull out the communicator and like send, Waylon the message of like, "Hey, Jasmine's missing. Think it was that Moogle from the other day. They took a ferry out. Thoughts?"
Shit. Noted. We'll do something about that. We'll search on the way out.
All right.
Time is not on our side.
No, it is never on our damn side.
All right. And with that, you go to bed, where Waylon finishes up the self-detonating bomb, if need be, and gives the announcement that you are heading out in the morning next time on Steer the Skies, the Reverie.